spend my Mondays like Fridays. I spend my Fridays in a box with my heart and my whining. I put my pinings on pedestals instead of keeping them grounded. What's that mountain to nothing? Let's make something from nada. Let's go to Gucci and Prada. Set the buildings on fire. Screaming death to designer while we listen to ponder. I'm on a grown man, baby face, kind of a tantrum. Spreading like cancer did. And my father's skeleton. Damn, but I ain't sad that he come while I'm crying to help with him. I ain't good at embellishing. I'm more better with medicine than a spoonful of sugar. Watching everything go down. That's a long way. Pray that I never see the ground. A long day. I swear there's a better me around. Just gotta grab it. This is magic. This is switch from lost and found. Make my baggage do a backflip. Stick the land and hit the town with my homies smoking spliffs until our lungs burst. We some songbirds who made our way out of the cage. We all some dumb nerds. Probably should get to acting our age, but where's the fun in that? We going fishing for dreams we kept intact. Skipping plans, playing hooky on school days. You make your place in the world. Don't let them try to tell you otherwise. This is it. Life's like a party out with Pennywise. That's a stroke of my ego out the tip of a fountain. Pen me in, swear to God I love a box break out of. Come around the mountain, I'ma run straight through it. This be some Grey Buick music, like a budget be cooler than ballin' out when the economy fruitless and the ecosystem nervous, like a school full of shooters. Keep it all on the loop, like a rapper producer. God watch it and he laughing like it's all a big joke. Maybe that's the way to tackle all this hardship on the road of life. Like if something isn't going right, well then that's the way it goes. Don't need a hook for this sermon. I think these words will do perfect. If you seen trauma and heartbreak, best you give it a purpose. If you try, then it's worth it. Truth is, life is uncertain. Looking through all of the curtains, I see the all of a person. Happy days, we deserve them. Just know that karma is certain. This one's for Soda and Loma. Hope you know both of you perfect. Look past the moment on surface and see the beauty behind. There's always something new to offer, but usually blinded. So put your blinders to the BS. Get to running your hardest. Get your excuses in target. Put a trigger, they dead. Listen to the voice that tell you no in your head. This is sprint through the rat race. A little bit of past days. Self-worth inside a passage while we hanging with Greg. Hope you take this call for action in this EP about relaxing. Know the truth is for everybody, somebody there. And that love that exists everywhere. All you need to do, grab it. With every part of your tragic comes a lining of platinum. If your passion is there, so get your pain, yeah. Throw it all in the air and let it hang.
Shouldn't be standing with a heart that's so heavy. I shouldn't be up with all the weight that I carry. Don't know if it's right, but I'm sticking with you. You're my only vice, I'm dependent on you. Love's for the wicked, I know this shit too well. I talk, you don't listen, still I'm under your spell. I think I'm addicted to feeling bad as hell. I can just let you go. You're the one I wait for, even though I hate. Every time you leave me to my fate. You're the one I'll stay for, though I wanna go. Find somebody better, better for my soul. Better for my soul, yeah, better for my soul. Find somebody better, better for my soul. You're the one I'll stay for, though I wanna go. Find somebody better, better for my soul. Dreaming about the good days when you put me, when you used to call me just to say that you miss me. Don't know how we got here, but I blame you. And I blame myself just for sticking with you. Love's for the wicked, I know this shit too well. I talk, you don't listen, still I'm under your spell. I think I'm addicted to feeling.
What is up? What is up? What is up? We are live. And that's right. Now, understand and follow and just appreciate this. I had to move everything around. So we've got our front-facing lights actually in the back of the room. back in the studio right now. We've got our normally our pop facing lights are the ones that are illuminating myself, so you're not going to see me very well. I know I'm coming in a little bit on the tan side, which I could rock it. I could do that. We had to move the microphone. Now the mic is over here, right? But if I put the mic like that, it's going to block part of what you can see. So we got to move the mic out of the way. Now the mic is closer to one of the fans. So hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully the fans aren't too loud. And when I go to read chat, it's back here. So the monitor that's in the back of the room, the monitor that's back here, and hopefully I'm speaking over the music, but the music's helping to cover up some of the fan sound. That's my hope. The normal monitors that I use, so I use they're Pixio, Pixio. They're 277 Prime. I've got 3 of those that are laid out across the front here. And what I'm going to do for us, bam, we're going to go a little bit of a different view, but I'm going to be able to show you a little bit of what the setup looks like with no computer nearby. So, right now, the area that we see right there, next to Lego Head, that at one time had the PC. Now that PC is on the ground over there, right? So we took the PC from here and we put it on the ground over there. That way, the day's arrived. You're drawing right, and it's been months. And now right up here, and I know you get my face. That's the only spot in the room that my face is probably the right color. Super pale. But on this side, you're going to see we've got the 3 monitors set up. We've got the TV that I utilize right above that. Person's got to have a little something. But our goal today is to ultimately put the new PC where the old PC was, plug it in, and fingers crossed it actually runs. We do want to hook it up to the 3 monitors. While we do that, right, while we go through that process, I'm actually going to, there should be a keyboard in the box. So I ordered a keyboard. It was like, it was one of their specials, like $9. So I got that. And by the way, I'll tell you right now, normally I utilize the Stream Deck that is right next to Odie on the desk. I can't use the Stream Deck because I have a PC on the floor over there and it doesn't connect that far. And to be honest with you, I moved a lot of stuff around already. Didn't want to move that. So, whatever. But when I ordered the, so I went through CyberPower, cyberpowerpc.com. They are not sponsoring this video. So I will be very honest. But the PC that I've been using, I bought from them, it was about 6 years ago. I bought it with a 970 graphics card at the time and an i7. And with that, and since that time, I added another 32 gigs of RAM because it came with 32. I added, I had 32? Yeah, I had a 32 gigs of RAM. But I also updated the graphics card from a 970 to a 2070. And that was running pretty well. Not going to lie, it was doing okay. But whenever I was doing my streaming, because I do my streaming and my gaming on the same PC, and certain games are taking more and more power, and some of the streams, and I just felt like, look, I want to update the CPU. I'd like to go ahead and update the graphics card. Mrs. Hand can actually use the PC that I was using. That will be an upgrade for her and her side. And I said, you know what? Maybe I'll build my own. And then chip shortage. So with that said, I said, you know what? I've used CyberPower before. I've been happy with them. I bought a PC from them. I also actually bought a laptop from them as well for one of my nephews. And so with that, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and get a custom build from them. It's not their default, out the door ship today. So I went through, made my modifications for what I wanted, did the custom build with it, and it got some of the upgrades I wanted. So with that, look. By the way, I've got water and I've got some ginger ale, special ginger ale here. But let's have fun. However, again, the Stream Deck's over there, which normally when I'm looking at this camera, it works well. But the computer and mouse and everything's on this side today. So we're going to do a lot of look at the back of Lou's head, and that's why Lou is very small underneath the cat. Hey, cat, say hi. Hey, everybody. I'm a cat. All right, that is ridiculous, but that's what we do. So we're going to move the chair out of the way, and bam, we're going to look down. By the way, a fun thing, CyberPower PC, when I ordered my last PC from them, they gave me a free, it's like a mouse pad, desk pad type thing. But today I have to use it to make sure that I don't trip over the cords, because those are the cords for camera, the Brio, Logitech Brio, and for my Yeti mic. So those are 2 cords there, but I ended up using it for that. And who knows? They may have given me another one in this box. They tend to, they're one of those companies that on occasion will add something else in the box. And by the way, I've been doing squats because I know a lot of you are going to see that view for a majority of this. And I put on pants. So most of the time I play, whenever you all see me on stream, I'm wearing shorts or something. But I knew you were going to see my legs today. And I said, let me go ahead and go the extra mile for it. So got the jeans on. By the way, Vass, I know you're out there. Let me know if either the music's too loud, too soft, if I'm too loud, too soft, or if the fan is too loud or too soft. With the fan, we've got 3 other fans in the room I can turn on and try to maybe go a different angle with. But with that said, this is the box. It came in today. It was, they said it was like 40 pounds. I questioned maybe if it's actually 40 pounds, but I get it, right? They're trying to go ahead and put a value on it, and it's probably kind of a default weight. It could be 40 pounds. I am really strong. So, again, when I lift things, it's not like, other people lifting them, some people that have trouble. But I'm super strong. And the UPS person, when they brought it up to the door, I actually opened the door for them. They didn't even knock. They're like walking up to the door. I'm like, yeah, we can just go ahead and bring that right on inside. So this is the box. It's right down here. Now we are going to open it up on this table. So I put the table out. That's where I've got the monitor for the old PC at this point. And hopefully the new PC will be amazing. So our goal today on this video, we are going to open up the box. We're going to look at all the contents in the box. We're actually going to look inside of the PC, and I'll let you know why we're doing that while we do it. It's very important. If you order a computer to be delivered, even if you go to the store and pick it up, I'd recommend doing this if you feel comfortable enough. But if you get a custom build, I absolutely recommend doing what we're going to do today. We're going to go through everything that's in the box. I want to get the computer, again, put on, where the computer goes over here. That's, for me. Let's plug it in. Let's get the 3 monitors hooked up. Let's switch keyboards. So again, there should be a keyboard in this box. It was $9 to add a keyboard. I'm like, for $9, and they wanted to give you a free keyboard as well. The free keyboard from CyberPower looked like the same one I got 6 years ago, and it's a squishy keyboard. It's like, have you ever typed on a marshmallow? And that's the feeling of it. So it was not a good feeling for me. So I said, no, don't give me the free one. But I went ahead and ordered this. Otherwise, $9. It's a clicky, so it should be a mechanical keyboard. Even though, look, I've got the Logitech 910 over there. That's a keyboard I'm going to keep and use primarily. So the 910 we're going to hook up to the new one, but we got to hook the sticky up to that one. Now, right now, I do have my wireless 502 Lightspeed. That's going to, for the stream, it's going to stay over here. I've got the 502 wired on this side. We're going to hook that one up to the PC just to make sure it works. My goal ultimately, again, let's get the PC out of the box. I know that's what we're all waiting for and excited about. Let's see what else is in the box. Maybe they put some goodies in there. You never know. Maybe it's just an invoice. Maybe it's a middle finger. I don't know. Let's find out what's in there. Let's plug it in. Let's get it up. But look, Windows is going to have to do updates. Other things are going to have to do updates. You're not going to stay around for that. Right? I mean, you can, but you don't have to. I'm likely not going to stream all that part of it. But hey, if we got viewers there, I'll stream it. I can stream it while we download Battle.net. And we're going to try to download Overwatch tonight and play that on it. Then overnight, I'm going to download a few other games, stuff like that. I am going to go with fresh downloads. So, with that said, it's knife time, boys and girls. It is knife time. Now, this is our knife. Now, we've used this for a lot of Funko Pop openings. Bam! As always, be safe, be careful. Knives are sharp. And there's a PC in there. We don't want to scratch and break our PC or anything else. Look, they can put a wire right across the top because who knows who packed the box, who knows what happened. So, just like when you're opening up Funko Pops, boxes with those, you want to do is VAS, that's VAS _ over on Twitch. You want to do a tint, right? You're going to pull the box towards you in this case. And then, again, right? The knife goes that far, keep your fingers far enough away. Just guide it along. Bam! We've opened up the box. What is it? It's a box in a box! Box in box. Oh yeah. Cool. So we are gonna Vindy that out a little bit. I know I just moved the camera on that one. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. All right. So what we have here, we got a box in a box, which is great. But we actually have 3 boxes in a box. 3 boxes in a box. That is awesome. Now I'll tell you right now, I do like the fact they put packing on this side, right? So this is going to help protect the computer. Packing down the bottom protects the computer. They have packing actually at the bottom. You can't see it right now. When I take the box out, you'll be able to see it. That protects the computer. There's no extra packing on top. I would like to see maybe a layer, and very likely in the case, in this box, there's likely foam here as well. So we're probably pretty well protected, but if they put a layer of something, a little bit of cushion on top, because let's face it, when it's going through, this went from California to Florida. They didn't put this box on top of everything, right? This is a heavy box. They're going to put it underneath stuff. So I would like to see maybe a little protection there. However, this box came in really good shape, and you can see the box in the box is in great shape as well. Now, there are 2 other boxes in here. One box right here. This is their Scorpion K2. This is the blue clicky. So blue clicky is it's the type of switch that the keys are on, and so it's RGB. So it's got, you know, but again, the Logitech, I can get it to marry up with my mice. But we are going to open up this one. We'll take a look at it here real quick. We're not going to go overly in depth on this particular thing, but we do want to make sure it is a keyboard. Comes with a disc, which is good. I mean, I've got an external drive I can plug in. Ultimately, if I really want to use it. Let's see. Now this was moving on me here a second ago. Is it? Okay, so it is connected. You can actually take that off. But what you'll see here, what you can't see until I move over. All right. So this keyboard, what's happening? It's got this bottom wrist bar, which actually I really enjoy. Not everybody likes them. I really enjoy wrist bar like that. I actually have on the Logitech G910. It came with 2 different wrist bars, and I use one of the 2. I like having it there, so whenever I'm typing, even though, you know, I'm one of the people I don't type as ergonomic as I should. I don't type the best way that I should. But with that said, you know, it helps put my hand in a better position than if it wasn't there. It makes it more comfortable overall. But on this particular one, what you can see is that it's screwed in. So you can take it off if you want to, and there may be another way to take it out as well. Oh, okay. Oh, this is really nice. So this would be used to actually pull the keys off. I'm not going to pull the keys out because I don't want to lose one of them. But you can actually, you push that around the key, and then you hold it and you can pull the key out. You can clean up under there. You can actually switch them out for different switches, stuff like that. Well, maybe not switch, but the actual keycaps, right? So these are keycaps. You can switch out if you want, your WASDAs to have a different color type of thing. You can do that. By the way, I keep talking into the camera over there, even though I keep having to remember, yeah, it's on the other side. But when you flip these up, and I'm one of the people that like an elevated thing, it keeps this from going too far. Yeah, I like it. I'm not upset at all. It's actually in so it's just me typing next to it. It's not. I'm not going. That's the keyboard. The keys. They look a little. I don't know. I think it's the lettering. The way the lettering is. The font that they used. Seems a little big, but everything else seems fine. I'm not upset, but we are going to plug this in. We're going to take a look at it. The reason we're going to plug it in again, as long as I can type, I'm going to switch keyboards. And we're going to use we're going to plug the Logitech into the new computer. So let's get this plugged in. All right. Bam. All right, so it's setting up the USB device. That's good. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Now again, this is their K2. This keyboard's $9 when you order a computer from them, and it's been that sale for a while. This is the blue clicky, but they have a couple different ones. They also have one that's not clicky. But if you look, it's got a little RGB on the side. I'm not gonna lie, you know that makes it go faster. And the default is a pattern. I've turned the lights off to make you see it better, but no. But it's doing a wave pattern left to right with the color displacement. Very cool. Now we have to double check to make sure. Just open up Notepad real quick. All right, I just want to make sure that the keyboard is working. We'll do a couple little Alt-Tab. Nice. All right, so this keyboard works. We're going to unplug the other keyboard so we can switch them out. Awesome. Bam. And this keyboard's going to go right over here. I'm not going to lie, I just actually wrapped around the leg of the camera. Oh, look at my head. It looks amazing. So, this is our regular keyboard. It is the it's a Logitech G910. This one RGB. It's got you know, my G keys up here. It's got everything, the volume controls. I really like this keyboard, but this is what I was talking about. This part actually can come off. There's a different one that does not have. It doesn't go out on this side. It's actually straight across. But for me, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 910. But look, if you don't have a keyboard and you spent $9 to get that other one, I'll tell you what, I don't know about the responsiveness of it yet, right? We can't test the responsiveness, like in-game, you know, WASD keys. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed. Now, their free keyboard, here's what you do. Blue Clicky costs $9. Free keyboard, if you say you don't want the free keyboard, they give you $5 off your purchase. So, get a keyboard for $4. That's way better than their default keyboard. Their default CyberPower keyboard, if they did not change it from 6 years ago, and I do not think they did, and I say I don't think they did because it looked exactly the same. Yeah, don't get that one. Get this one. It was $4. Nice. But guess what? This is a box. But it's not the most important box. Now, next up we've got right here. By the way, I do not see any extra free stuff in this box. Which is alright. That's okay. I did get, if you want to take a gander, right? So this is the motherboard. The motherboard is the Asus Prime Z590A. So it's the Prime 590A. There's a couple different ones that they have, but what you'll notice is that it's kind of silvery of sorts, and it's got RGB on it. There's a particular reason that I got this keyboard, or this motherboard, and when you see the case, it'll all start to make sense. So, we're going to open up this. Again, knife time. Now, what you'll notice here, it is a motherboard box. However, hey man, why did they have to tape it up again? Why is there extra tape on there that we know did not come from the manufacturer that way? And I'll tell you, look, we're going to move the mic out a little bit here. I'll tell you, it's because they take all of the other things that they used in the build and they put it into this box. So of course they have to take the motherboard out of it. It's in the computer. But they tape it up again to make sure that the stuff that they actually put in the box is still there. So it's got the Aurora Sync, which is awesome. I've been using iCUE on the current PC, so hopefully I can switch over. Or maybe even use iCUE still. Let's take a look in the box. Oh! Details. Perfect. So this is my invoice. They said, the Coach Lou, we really appreciate you supporting us, and we'd love for other people to support you and your stream. Wow, how nice of them. Does not say that, but it is an invoice that you have to pay in advance. So invoice, but it kind of details out where the pluses, where the minuses are for what you're buying on there. Hey, device is ready to use. Let's see. Okay, this is the compliance information sheet. Now I'm going to keep this out since we might reference it as we go throughout the stream. So I'll put it on the chair there. Oh, look at this! I told you every now and then they'll throw something in there, right? Gaming mouse pad. Actually, I think the gaming mouse pad was an add-on that you could do for free at time of order. Yeah, it was one of those you could actually tell them you wanted. I think the first mouse pad, I got a headset holder, a little suction cup thing at the time. But let's see how. It's a gaming mouse pad. I'm wondering if it's big enough or if it's around the same size as the old one. So remember, the one I showed you on the floor was kind of regular size. And we're a little bit blue. I don't know why we're blue on there. No. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of your default size. It's about 12 by 14 or so. It's about 12, 14. So it's basically the size as the other one. This one's a little bit thicker. Look, for the quality of the mouse pad, perfect, right? So if you're going to utilize, if you need a mouse pad or a desk pad or something like that, here's a pro tip. If you're using, if you've got a monitor, right? Let's say you have a monitor because, why not? Why wouldn't you have a monitor? So, your monitor stand, right? Take your new mouse pad, because you're probably using a desk pad. If you're a gamer, you probably have an extended desk pad. If you look at my desk right now, right? The pad that I have actually goes under the keyboard and the mouse at the same time. I don't have a direct use for this mouse pad. However, if you have a monitor and it's sitting on your desk, it's sitting on something and you want to protect it, right? So my desk is wood. I wanted to protect it. When I had my monitors on their stands, I actually use these mouse pads under the monitors. They work great. And I'll use it for some other things as well. I mean, you could tell DX Racer, when I bought my DX Racer, not this Marvel chair, this is not a DX Racer chair, but the one in the other room is. Look, I use that to put the PC on. I use these under the monitor stands. Now, with the triple monitor setup, I got to mount it, triple monitor, single arm. So with that one, I don't need them anymore. But this is a really good quality mouse pad. We will find a use for it. Do not be mistaken. It shall be used. It will be used. However, that's not the most important thing right now. Bam! What's in the box? There we go. I'll give you a little more of me while we're over here. Woo! Music's jamming. All right, compliance information is just more compliance. All right, so this is our USB stick. We paid a little bit extra for this. I think it was like $9 or $10. But it should have Windows on it. It might be a recovery drive, or it's just Windows. In which case, we actually have to double check. If it's only like Windows, then we gotta. You ready for a vest? Partition. If it's just Windows, I'm probably gonna do a partition. But if it is an actual recovery drive, then we're good to go. But this is very nice. We've got that. And then, this is very cool. So now they have it. They're sealed up. Got your Prime book in there. Master Pro, the Pro Gel. Okay, so I got the cooling gel. I paid a little bit extra for it. And again, it's like one of those things when you're going through like a line, you're like, man, I know I probably don't need it, because a lot of your coolers and stuff like that will come with, you remove a sticky, you put it on there, and it actually does pretty well. My hope is that, because you can do more than one computer with one of these tubes, right? You don't have to use all of it. They just, there's extra in the bottle. My hope is that they went ahead and used the right stuff. They just sent me this as a backup. And then what you're gonna find, right? So the packages, anything that they've opened, you're still gonna get some of that stuff in here. There's an extra thing. I'm not smart enough to know what that is. We do have RGB in the case. This is a new remote. If we look right over here, that is the old remote for the old computer. So we have a new RGB remote. And we all know that makes it go faster. A few more things. Okay, so these are screws that likely go inside of the case. They're either motherboard screws or they go in other parts of the case. to when you can modular. Just we'll say modular. When you move stuff around, a lot of cases these days you can actually maneuver certain panels, stuff like that, so you can fit whatever you need to fit in there. And so with that, very likely though these look like motherboard screws because there's a space between them, right? So they're kind of spacers. A lot of times you'll put a screw into the case and then the motherboard on, and then you screw it down onto it. But it could be for the other stuff. And then you're gonna find a lot of these types of cables in here. And the reason that there's these cables, I got a modular power supply. What's a modular power supply, Lou? Because everybody watching right now, 80% of you might know, but 20% may not. When you get a power supply and just this power supply, very likely all of the cables that ever can come out of it are already coming out of it, right? So it's just spider web of cables. Bam! Here's all the stuff. Guess what, boys and gals? You may not have enough things in your case for all of those cables. You just may not need them. And usually you don't, right? But there are different things that take different inputs, different connectors, connections, different amount of power. And so for that reason, power supplies are built to be able to handle, a vast majority of what's out there. But modular power supplies, if you don't need this plugged in, it's not plugged in. It actually makes your cable management better. It looks cleaner. And for myself, I like it better that way. I think it makes it cleaner in the case. And if I ever have to go into the case to do work, it's also stuff I don't have to move out of the way while I do it. So, pretty sure this bad boy right here is just going to be our regular power cable. So we're going to put it on this side because I'm going to have to crawl on the ground to put that away. So, historically, you used to get a lot of disc in here and stuff like that. Obviously, we don't have those in there now because we're in digital age. I am keeping the thumb drive out because we're going to check that. We'll get a box in a box. We actually had a box in a box in a box. Hey-o! Now, here it goes. Let's do it. Oh! The other day, Mrs. Hand was tapping on that while talking on the mic, and it is super loose. Oh. All right, this is the IQ 4000X, so 4000X RGB case. It is by Corsair, and in theory, it has RGB in it. So we're going to move this on top. It is not light. And we do have our knife here. We're going to close it up for a second because, look, we all love boxes and boxes and boxes. They're outstanding. However, let's move this box out. We'll be back right after this commercial break. Woo. All right, we are back. Whew. I'll tell you right now, again, normally I'm wearing shorts in here. The lights are in different spots. So many more fans. But we're going to open this up. We're actually going to put this now back on the floor. We're going to open it up and then bring it back up top. I don't know. Likely they packed it. They should pack it correctly, which is kind of like the bottom down here and the top up here. Which is the hope. But also, if you cut open sometimes the bottom of the box and you release it that way, it can be a little bit easier. But, let's find out. It's got our little thumbs. Let's see on the back. Why is it a black finish? We ordered a white finish. So right now we're checking over the invoice. We're taking a look. It was supposed to be a white case. It should be a white. Dun, dun, ba, ba, da, ba. should say Corsair, and here it is. Yeah. So it says right here. All right, you're not gonna be able to see it. It says case white. This is finished black. I don't know. I think it might be a black case, and that is not acceptable. That is going to be upsetting if it's a black case. So, the reason I went with the white case is because it had clear glass on the sides, and you could see on the inside better. So we're gonna open it up. Look, we're gonna pop the whole thing open. But if it's a black case, I'm gonna have to get back in touch with them. I mean, I don't know. That is all right. So we are gonna do. Again, I know it's gonna be a black case. This is kind of upsetting. Maybe not. Likely it is. We're gonna see. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Hold up now. Wait, are you all seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Oh. What does that say? What does that say? I can't hold it any higher. You're just gonna have to read it. It says black case, glass. Oh. What is this? White case. And again, the reason I wanted to get the white case is because it is warm in here. The black case came similar to the case I have now. I have a black case right now, and the glass is tempered, but it's also it's like tinted, right? So tempered glass and tinted, so it's a little bit dark. You can't really see inside of it. This one's got a lot of cool shit in it. All right, we're happy again. We weren't mad, but we weren't happy if it wasn't the right case. So I'm going to flip this over here on the floor, pull it out, and then I will move it up here when I can separate it. And we're going to put knife time on this side. All right. Woo! You don't want to have to set it back. Now we're taking a look at some of the screws in the back. We're also looking at the back panel here. Sometimes when you get a custom build, you'll see things that are kind of a little bent, a little out of place, a little not where you want them. This actually looks pretty nice. Screws look like they're in the right spot. This panel back here is lined up with the motherboard, which is good. By the way, I haven't had an issue with CyberPower with that, but I have heard of that being an issue. All right. You know what? We can do it up top. Nah, let's do it down here. I don't want to drop it. It's glass. It'll take me a long time to get it back. All right. Whew. Oh. Oh, wee wee. All right. So now we're going to rotate it this way, so that way I can grab a hold of it. Put it right up here. All right, we got foam. We got foam. And we're going to move the foam out of our way. Woo! It's a white case, boys and gals. Woo! They just put it in the wrong box. Oh man, I was nervous. I was nervous, and it was really tough to see inside. All right. All right. Turn the music up a little bit in my ears. Okay. So we're gonna pull the plastic off. There we go. Do that into the microphone. Okay. Yeah, a little dirty there, a little stuff there. Oh. All right, so Cool. So they've got a little plastic here. Oh. Woo! So they did put. You could tell where they, if you notice, it was a little bit rippled. It's because they actually peeled it off to like here, put their logo on, and then put it back down. But look, every car dealership you go to does that. Look how pretty this is, though. Now this case is going to be better for air flow than my original case. My original case was a beautiful case, but it was not as good for airflow as this one's going to be. Woo! Nice. All right, so this is the front of the case. We've got up top here, cool thing. There's a screen up here that you can actually use this little tab. Take the screen off, clean off your screen, and now this the screens help prevent dust from going in the system as well as with it coming out. So you can use that to help clean dust, and then there's a couple USB ports on top. You're going to see there's your standard USB. You got a USB-C, your audio, and then another thing over there. I think that might be a reboot type reset. Now it's got the Core i9 in there. They put the sticker on there as well because look, the case doesn't come with it, so they put the sticker on. I appreciate that. Now we're going to look on the back side of it. Oh. Okay, do not drop a floor. Now this is just a hard-sided case here. The case I have right now has tempered glass on both sides, which is it's great, except for the fact that one side you really just see the bottom, and that's where all your cable management was. So I don't mind one side of it being solid. That's fine. This side's actually going to go against the wall. We'll turn it all the way around. Alright, so now the back side of this particular case, we've got, can't even see, but we've got some USBs up here. Actually, that's so weird. It's HDMI and DPI up top. I know there's ways that you can run computers without having to use a graphics card, and maybe that's what that's for. I don't know, Vass, if you're still out there, if you have any idea why there'd be an HDMI and a DPI switch up there, I think it's a DPI? I don't know. Whichever one it is. DisplayPort. Basically, DisplayPort. Just look at DP, it's DisplayPort. Not sure why that's there. But we do have 4 USBs across. Then we have some additional USBs. I think these are USB 3s. Down here, this should be USB 2 up top. Again, I'll have to look up some of the stuff. Some of your audio stuff, internet, and then again, the graphics card's here. That's HDMI and 3 display ports on there. So if you use an iGPU, you can use those ports. Yeah, so I got it right. Yes. Essentially, you don't have to utilize, so iGPU, integrated GPU, you do not have to have a separate GPU when you use that particular CPU. However, look, for what we're doing, we need it. So it's kind of like you can do it, but most of us won't. Yeah, so we get our power down there. Perfect. Now we're going to turn it around and then lay it flat. Now there's a reason that we're doing this, and again, I'll get to that in just one second. I want to make sure we don't drop it or anything else for that matter. That's a little. It looks like maybe it's probably on the inside. It looks like maybe there was something there. Now, if we look inside, we're going to take the cam. We're going to do a little cam trick for us. What? All right. Hey, Lou, what is that bag? Why is that bag in there? When we, it's more common in the business world. Exactly, because most businesses, they don't want you, playing games. So this bag right here, when shipping, pay extra for the bag. Always pay extra for the bag. It doesn't matter. They're like, the bag's going to be $300. Pay extra for it. Here's why. There's a lot of components inside, especially the graphics card, which you can kind of see right here. That's the graphics card, that are so heavy these days. The bag will help keep it from bouncing up and down. So the bag will help keep that from happening. And it'll help keep other things in and placed where they're supposed to be. So we are going to attempt to move the whole camera setup and maybe hit the fan, maybe not. Tough to say. All right, let's get in here a little closer. All right, so what we're going to do, we've got to take the side panel off. Oh! All right, so there is a peely on here. We're going to wait till we put it down, then we're going to peel that off. Because look, fingerprints, it'd be stupid to do it right now. This particular one has 2 screws in the back. So we're going to undo these 2 screws. Now I can already tell you, this is a Corsair case. I can tell you right now, oh nice. So the screws have a little bit of a knob on the other side to keep the screws from falling out all the way and getting lost. And they have a little plastic washer in there, so while you're tightening it, not too bad. Now, whew, that was both scary and exciting at the same time. So here's what I'm talking about. There it is. So there's a knob on the other side, so you don't lose the screws. That's outstanding. Look, Corsair, that's a simple thing that a lot of companies don't do. Now, ultimately, you can get that out of there, I'm sure. Especially you have to replace it. And then you have these little kind of things that are hanging down will go into the case, so that way it's lined up properly. So when you go to screw it in, you don't mess up. Now, this is our tempered glass. We are going to be careful with it. You know, it'd be great if we had like a mouse pad somewhere that we could just put the glass down on. All right, let's get in here. Let's get a little dirty. By dirty, we hope we're not getting dirty at all. This is a brand new thing, which should not be dirty. So here we go. You'll see whenever they do these, they actually put it. Yeah, they probably did send a mouse pad for that. What they do is they actually put these in, and then they fill them with the stuffing, or they fill with the stuff after. So they put the bag in here, and then they actually inject the stuff into it, and that's why it helps to form around there. Woo! I'll tell you right now. Oh, let's go for a ride. Let's see. All right. Ah! I know. I'm getting like, fan number 1, fan number 2. Here's this setup. You can see Garfield. You can see everybody behind me. Here's a really cool thing. I actually, I took that off and then I realized I do need to get another sip of my beverage. However, while I'm doing that, all right, let's take a look on the inside. So, I think we can see pretty well. I don't think... Yeah, we're not going to need the extra light for it. I did bring another, like, face cam, fan cam. All right. By the way, does this look better with it being all white instead of a black case? I got a silver motherboard, a white silver motherboard, because it was a white case. I got white wires because it's a white case that you can see through. This Cooling Master over here, it's got that should have RGB lighting in it, as well as you're going to see that's going to light up, hopefully, when we do it. And then we have the back fan here. That one also should have RGB to it as well. Now that comes with the Corsair case. What you can't see right under here, very cool by the way. Again, it's another, oh no, the camera did a thing. The camera paused. Do we have to reset it? We might have to reset that. It was very exciting. Look, worst case scenario, man. We go with it. So we're actually going to undo that. We're going to do this on the fly. Or plug it back in. Now, we are going to delete that, and then we will add it back. Video capture device, add source. Add source. All right. So the other one stalled out. The other version of View. But that's all right. Guess what? Bam! We can still do this. That's what we do on the fly. Just trying to find my mouse so I mess myself up. All right. Hey, sometimes you gotta do that. All right. So again, what we're talking about right here at the bottom is another screen. Anywhere that air comes into your system, it's always beneficial to have a screen. I gotta put it back in the right way. If you have a screen, you can just slide those out, take them out, clean them. It works really well. Underneath here, what you can't see on this side, and we're not going to open up the other side so you can see it. I've got a Gigabyte 1000 power supply. You don't need that much power. I think I need like 650 at max. However, down the road, if I want to add stuff, I'm never going to run out of power. So that's cool. And we have the EVGA GeForce RTX 3080. Now, when I originally went to buy it, it just said you're getting a 3080 card. They didn't tell me which brand, which model, and the reason for that, there's a shortage on the cards. You don't know what you're going to get at that point in time. Now, today, maybe it's a little bit different, but when I ordered it, I just said I wanted 3080. It could have been a Founders version. It could have been a different version. This particular one, EVGA, which is awesome because RGB, so you know it's fastest. Shut your mouth. So we got a lot of RGB in this, and again, that's why I wanted the white case. The colors make it fast. All right, so in a second, and if you look, I actually paid a little bit extra for both the wiring kit and the Pro wiring. Everything looks so clean. Now, we do have two G.Skill. G.Skill, they are 16 megabyte RAM. It's 3200 RAM, 16 gigs each, so 32 gig all day. I am very likely going to buy another 32 gigs of RAM, but it was going to cost me like $200 less to do it on my own to put it in. So it's one of those things, look, buy what you need to start off, but then after that, switch it around. Disappointed at Black Table? Oh, good point. So Nexus is saying in the chat, he's like, hey man, they sell white cable ties. They absolutely do. You're doing a white build, maybe some white cable ties. Very good point. Yeah, with that said, if you look right here, clear. That's clear. Now there's two cable ties here that are black. Now that you pointed out, Nexus, I'm probably just going to throw this away. So no, I have. Here's the thing. There's two cable ties there, but they're around the same cables, right? So very easy to put a new tie on and take that tie off. So very likely going down the road. See, they've got the clear ones up here to help do the cable management. But yeah, I'm probably gonna. I'll see what it looks like, but I may actually go back and replace those. But it's something I can do pretty easily. So one thing you want to do, you want to do a couple things whenever you get the case. And I'm gonna put the camera back on the stand for this. And by the way, what's up, Nex? I told Vass not to pull a Nex earlier when he said his power might go out. Vass and trash. Nice. All right. So here's what you want to do. When you get a custom build, or even if you get you get a big box store, you get a computer. Check a couple things. Computers like to move when they ship. Step one, easiest thing to check. Check your RAM, right? So that's our G.Skill RAM up here. Now it's G.Skill RGB RAM. We want to check a couple things. One, we want to check to make sure there's these little tabs on the side. We want to make sure they're all the way in. They're all the way closed, right? Now that's just from the manufacturer, but you can actually, it can shift when it's, when the product's shipped, it can shift. Is this an ODub mat or tabletop? It's actually an ODub beach towel. They had a sale on them. So I got a couple of them, but it works great to lay over the table. So what we're checking right now first is going to be where the RAM goes in. We want to make sure that they're seated properly, right? So they're not partially in, and maybe they clipped it, or just unclipped. And then what you'll notice, a lot of times with the RAM, and I'll take the camera off of this, I think we can see it on the camera. You see how two are gray and two are black? Now, gray versus black, that part doesn't matter as much as, at least if you're going to have two sticks of RAM, put them in the same color, gray or black. It's dual channel memory. That's where it works the best. The old computer, the one I bought 6 years ago from the same company, put them in the first 2 slots, not the 2 slots that are ideal for dual channel RAM. And it had 8 slots in that one. So even when I went to 4 channel, I had to find all the same color to do it. So this one they actually did right. They put the space in between. When I put the other 2 in, it'll go there. And now the only thing I'm doing, I'm checking around. I'm looking in there. Yeah, correct slot. See, Vass in the chats. He was there when I told him. I was like, oh my god, man, it was 5 years ago. Again, I had a computer about 6. It was a year ago, and I realized they put the RAM in the wrong slots. So now we're just checking, make sure we're looking at connections. We're not tugging stuff so much. We want to make sure everything looks like it's connected. There's nothing loose, right? I have seen other companies send stuff, and there's been like loose bolts in there. Now, these aren't bad companies. They're just products ship, and when they ship, they move. And we want to check the graphics card. This graphics card's so big, so heavy. We want to make sure, one, that they didn't leave anything on it. Looks like they didn't, right? Took everything off. The fans look like they're free flowing, so you can touch the fan just to make sure they move, make sure there's nothing wrong there. And you want to make sure it's not bent and it's not loose. But it looks like it carried pretty well. Again, always pay for that little bit extra. Now I will tell you this, right? We went with the big cable management. Is that the only way you could run that cable? Look, we're looking at the tiniest things, right? This cable could have run across the top here, right, where my finger was. You could have put the cable up here, and it would have been half hidden. But you ran it right over that part. And for what it's worth, I believe that there may be. I'm not sure what lights up in there anymore. It's been a minute. I believe it lights up. If it doesn't, it'd be awkward because I thought it did. But I think it lights up in this area, and so that may be a little bit of a discomforting feeling, but I think they could have just put it just over the top. These screws locking everything in look like they're all tight. Again, we've got, yeah, it's an M2 PCIe's right here. Now I should have actually 4 terabytes of that. Where's? I don't know. I don't know where some of the stuff is, to be honest with you. Yeah, so it looks like power supply should be there. They may have hidden some of the stuff, which is good. So I should have two 2 terabyte M2 cards, hard drives, and then I should also have another 2 terabytes. Yeah, so it's 2 terabyte ADATA M2 NVMe M2 SSDs, and then a 2 terabyte Seagate hard drive. That's your standard SATA mechanical drive. Very likely they put the mechanical drive down here, because I see there's more than just the power supply down here. So very likely they just put it down there to hide it, because I do not see a mechanical drive up here. That I would know. But the M2 up here, there's a way you can do dual on that, so likely they're both there. But hey, everything looks good. Everything looks tight. So does it have Windows 11? It does not yet, but it very much will. So computers that were built after, what was it, 2019, I think, or motherboards after that time have the requirement for Windows 11, if I'm not mistaken. So hey, we're going to put the side of it back on. Oh my god, it's like so heavy. It's not. I did put a fingerprint on the inside. We're not going to clean off. By the way, did y'all notice I'm wearing the white wristbands today? White case, white wristbands. Woo! So in other words, you have a slot fancy bits, white case with pretty lights. Yeah, that's... I probably should have put that as the title of the stream next. I probably should have. That is so accurate. All right. Now, That is. Oh, there we go. It's got to seat the screw. Now, I always recommend if you have, when you have screws that are kind of preemptively where it's supposed to be, the black shirt, bro. Here's why the black shirt. The only white shirts I have right now, other than a Marvel white shirt, which doesn't fit the best, and I knew you were going to see all sides of me, is just a plain white. So, had to run with the Florida Mayhem, even though, you know, they haven't done anything recently. So, interestingly enough, though, we got 4 legs here. Hopefully it'll fit on there. Let's pop it down. Now, just to make it fun, I'm going to turn the camera over here, so that way if I drop it, you can all see it and laugh hysterically. Don't drop it now. Oh, thanks. Jinxing me on my own jinx. All right, let's do it. I'm in love with myself. I know Vaster said it might as well be a Titan shirt. Woo! Now, if you look, there's not much extra layers. I was trying to decide between 2 different cases, and I actually picked this one because it would fit well on here. Beautiful. Let's do it. Let's start plugging stuff in. Let's go. Probably the best view left. That's probably the best view, even though you're not going to see me as much. All right, so we've got the power cable. I'm going to get the power cable going. Hopefully you can still hear me. And the great thing is the power cable, I don't want to brag, but I have to lay on the floor to plug it in. All right, it's not a very long power cable either. All right, one side's plugged in. Woo! It's exciting. Oh, pterodactyl. All right, power's going in first. Now, fun fact. If you look near the power supply, there is an on-off switch as well. You have your regular power button to start the machine, but the power supply itself has an on-off switch. Make sure that it has the straight line. So if it has the O, it means it's open. Straight line means it's connected. Don't go to press the button like it's not working. No, you have to actually put that in correctly. We're just going to do the basics right now. So we got a mouse. All right, mouse is going in. We got the keyboard. Keyboard in. We do need to have internet though. So the really awesome thing, not only are we doing this right now, we're also testing the wireless for the old computer. All right, that's there. So we got that going. We have internet. We've got power. We've got that. Now we've got 3 monitors. I don't know which one's which. Which cable's which. And ultimately it doesn't matter. You can reset it. But I've got all 3 cables over here. Now I am doing DisplayPort for all 3 of my monitors. So let's do it. All right, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Now, what I'm going to do with this particular setup, when I actually turn it on, I'm going to adjust the monitors to be 1, 2, 3 anyways. I just want the numbers to be 1, 2, 3. I don't care, the order I can adjust which one's primary, but I'm going to do it that way. The CPU on this one, so it is the i9 11. Real quick, we'll go through that after I hit the go button. Let's see, we got monitors hooked up, internet hooked up, mouse, keyboard. We are going to hook up the external speakers, just for now. No idea which one that goes in. Anybody know what color external speakers goes in? That'd be awesome. Let's take a look. All right. Blue or green, can't recall. I have both over there, so I would agree with that. Oh. We might have an image here. Might have an image over here. I guess it'd be what, line out? 7 audio out, green. That's just kind of a random one, but we'll do that. Try green. I like it. All right, let's do a quick overview here. Monitors plugged in, power plugged in. Now we still have the thing on the side. That's fine. Monitors plugged in, power cord plugged in, audio plugged in, mouse, keyboard plugged in, internet plugged in. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we need just to start it. Oh, we hit a button. We hit buttons. Here, watch this. Watch this. Whoop, whoop. Oh, look at how fast that is. It's so fast. So many lights. Although, Vass, if I had your lights, I could do all this from my phone. Whew. All right. Let's try the cam over there. Hit all the lights. Let's see if we can. We can't drag it too far because I had to use it for. No, every time I pull it out of the way, it's going to do that. All right. Good job. All right. All right. Yeah, so apparently I can't take it off the stand anymore for whatever reason, which is fine. All right. Sacrifice noted. Darken the room. All right, let's. However, anybody notice that we didn't boot up yet? I think we're gonna shut off and start back up again. Right? That's about all we can do, I think. Alright, so we pushed, we held that down, we're gonna let it calm down, we're gonna start it back up again. There was a mouse cursor, yes. Calm down, sacrifice noted. SMB, haven't played that in years. I do it every once in a while, not bad. I do not know what SMB is. Could be confused. All right, so now we're trying again. Now delete or F2 to enter that. Now, in theory, they tried to figure this out. They've started it back there. Oh, you know what? Wait, you ready? This is where the code. It's on me. It's on me. These particular monitors are not set up on auto detect, and I guarantee you they're on HDMI. So for my my other work stuff, that's the problem with work. Let's see. Nope, no signal on this one. There we go. It was on the right screen. Didn't like it. All right. So here we go. Now you're going to see the other side of me. We've got the lights going. Yeah, we'll turn the lights off. Woo. Oh, it's so fancy. All right, we'll start with the region. We are in the United States. Oh, you can't see. So it's asking things over there. Now I'm going to keep you all focused on the lights as they do what they do while they do what they do. And the reason for that is because if it asks me for like a password or something, you know, it's none of your business. Is keyboard layout correct? We are US. Yes. Want to add a second keyboard layout? We will skip that step. Now we have some important setup to do. Oh, we're doing things. Look at how much it's glowing. Now look, I would love to show you all that there's lights happening here that you can see. There's a separate set of lights that are case lights. So on this side, it's the Cooler Master. The Cooler Master has 3 of its own RGB fans. There's 2 case fans on this side, right? So it should be doing a push-pull. There's 2 fans on this side that are also RGB, and a third RGB fan back here. You have RGB in the middle for the Cooler Master doing that. You've got the RGB on both of the RAM sticks, and by the way, again, we're going to move that up. We're going to get the 4 sticks down the road, and RGB on the graphics card. Beautiful. Windows 10 license, yes, we will accept the license. Oh, so excited. Now we're going to set up for personal use. Oh, this is great. Hey, next I got Jet. Be back. Check you later. Absolutely, absolutely. By the way, you can also find this video on YouTube down the road. We are streaming on all those platforms. Vats, we all know RGB makes it go faster, or else we wouldn't do it. Let's add your account. Access your apps, files, save devices, your Microsoft account. Huh. Anybody know what my password is for that? Let's make sure we are not. Show it display 1. We'll just hide that. Alright. I actually don't know what my Microsoft information is, to be honest with you. This is a jam. By the way, the whole idea is to get done with this setup before the music stops. Micro line. Okay, yeah, that works. That works. I changed down the road. All right. Oh, I don't know if it's capital or not. I gotta go to the right. I know this is the exciting part. All right. Case is important. Woo! Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Check the Notepad doc. It's not in Notepad, it's in Word. Create a pin. Can you all see? No, you can't see. All right, good. The password is password. Privacy settings, location-based experiences, no. Diagnostics, no. Let Microsoft French website browse, no. Find my device, turn to find your device location, I'll find your device when you lose it. If I lose a PC, we have bigger issues. Let's crank that down. Oh, what do we got there? What do we got there? Check it out, let's go. Interesting. Nice. Advertising ID, more personalized. Look, no. Make it unpersonalized advertising. Maybe you'll show me something I actually care about that you didn't know I care about. You can type in, send optional, you can type in, to approve language. No. Yeah. Send none of that. I wish instead of saying accept, you just say, I don't accept any of it. Select all the ways you use your device. You tell Microsoft you plan to use your device. Will customize suggestions and tools or services during device setup in your welcome experiences. No. I'm going to use it for everything. Use your Android phone for your PC. Make calls, do that. After you finish up your PC, you have a companion app on your phone. Hey, Vess, have you set up your Android? No, because you're using iPhone, so it wouldn't even be the same thing. Interesting. So I'm kind of wondering, do I want to use my phone from my PC? I can make it take calls, send text messages, and then I can also use mobile apps. Interesting. Yeah, I can do that later. You're right. Have to look into that a little bit more. I don't like having all of that accessible everywhere. Back your files to OneDrive. Oh, save files to this PC. I don't need to save it to OneDrive. Got to use that at work. But it says free trial of Microsoft 365. I am saying no thanks to that. Now you know I'm a fan of Office products, but I have an Office key already for Microsoft Office, so no need to do that. Let Cortana provide personalized? Definitely not. Not now. I also don't even know if all three screens are up yet. I only see two. Are you even awake over here? Yeah, it's awake. We'll see what happens. It's awake. All right, so it's still doing some little setup stuff. Oh, you have Pixel. Yep, just never use it. My bads. My bads. I know you're a fan of not my phone. All right, so it's saying do not turn off your PC. With that said, hey, I'm gonna let. Oh, I just kicked the camera. But thank God I didn't take it off the stand because you wouldn't want that to, stop everything. I'm gonna let y'all look at the lights here for just a moment. The Coach Lou's voice is starting to hurt. I'm gonna refill my glass, but it said it may take some moments. We are gonna make sure that we get to a point where like Windows is there, right? So you see, it's on blue screen in it. But I will be right back. And with that said, there's a little burb up there. But I will be. I'll be right back. It is just about getting set up on there too. So very cool, very cool.
Bitch, what you got here? It's always as good as it gets. Even throughout all the mess. Regrets, piled cigarettes, and the rest. All you got's every breath. Till you're last, and then you'll be dead. So live it all, cause your nose in pit. Be grateful for what you got, don't let that ego in head. Keep it free, boy. Keep them straight.
absolutely nothing, Luke. Things are going awesome. All right. Browse the web with Microsoft Edge. I don't think so. By the way, I almost got a Pixel at one point in time. I didn't get it, and then didn't have to get it. So maybe later on that one. All right, so let's take a look here. I don't know how much you'll be able to actually see. We are going to turn it over here. And now I'm not sure why we're only running 2 screens. So, step 1. Oh, one of them wasn't all the way in. That probably did it. There we go. So display settings. I want to do identify. One in the middle. Detect. Yep, identify. 1, 2. So I want to set them up as 1, 2, 3, even though 2 is going to be primary. And right now, this one is not in the middle. So we want that one to be in the middle. That's fun. All right. Things are happening. All right. Display settings. Again, I just want them identified. There's one still in the middle. That one's in 3. So that one has got to go over there. All right. All right, I understand this is not super important. Time to follow some chords. But for me, I just want to do it. Let's see, identify. All right, we got 1 over there. We got 3 and 2. Now I know which one's which on that side. So undo, undo. Oh, you know what? I think it's Let's do a little identify. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Now we're in the right order. Then we'll put it that way. We'll click on 2, and we're going to make 2. Make that my main display. Oh, beautiful. All right. So again, display settings right there. 1, 2, 3. Identify. 1, 2, 3. I know you can't see it. Garfield and Odie are in the way. That feels better than me, though. Now, we also want to go display. Text apps. Don't worry about that. We got the 144. We do have to go, very likely, advanced display settings. So you'll see right here, you can't see, but if you go under advanced display settings, it says 60 hertz. We don't want it at 60 hertz. It's a 165 hertz system, a monitor. So now we have to change each one of them. Yeah, keep the changes. But now we have to go, so now that's monitor 1. Now we go monitor 2. We want to change that to 165 as well. By the way, thanks to VAS underscore, we had talked about there. Default should be 165. I would agree, but it did at 60. And so I know that we've got to change them. So keep those changes. 165, 165, 165. Good, good, good. 2560 by 1440. That part's good. 8-bit bit depth. I think it's fine. But yeah, so we have them all at the one. Yeah, so that part's good there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to check on that side. Let's check it. Go ahead and take a look at the RAM. There are no running apps. Okay. So performance. Yeah, so memories, it's 204 used. They're there, but I'm interested to see if the, what is it, XMP? If that's in the BIOS. So we are going to do a reboot after this, just to make sure that's enabled. But, yeah. That looks good. By the way, the personalized, solid color, that's fine. Whatevs. Background colors, Lexington themes, fonts. There we go. Alright, I don't care about fonts, that's not what I wanted. Themes, don't care. Start taskbar. Don't care. Display settings. I believe that I prefer 150, if I'm not mistaken. Oof, not 150. Hey, well, maybe a little 125 on that, I guess. Yeah, so we'll go to 125. It just, for me, it's a little bit easier to see. Graphics setting, reduce latency, doesn't matter. Let's take a look at GeForce Experience. We're going to open up that one real quick. See where we're at with Promise Privacy Data. Oh, gotta sign in. You know what that means. Y'all are back to looking at lights. No. So NVIDIA has a whole different login for me. Because, you know, boss. Let's see. Alright. Yeah. Oh, security challenge. An email has been sent. All right, let's do our emails over here. Easy enough. All right, so verify email address. Yeah. All right. We'll do that later on. Ooh. Keep your games applications optimized. Automatically optimize added games and applications. I mean, we'll do Start Tour, but next tip. Actually, no, I'll do all that. So we are going to check for the drivers here real quick. Driver. Oh, I have the latest driver already. That's great. Oh. That's awesome. Check the RAM speed in the task manager. Okay. Let's do that. So, we're going to go performance. Not performance. Memory. Oh, speed 32. 3200. That's what it's supposed to be. Nice. Thank you, Vess. I thought we were going to have to do a reboot on that. We did not have to do a reboot. It actually says it right here. Speed 3200. Very cool. All right. Oof. This GPU is like whatevs. All right. So I think the best way to get Chrome is just use Internet Explorer to download Chrome. Do we all agree? Oh no, we'll look back here. I think we have to go for because I like Chrome. I'm good with it. Yeah. All right. Woo! So let me know in the chat if you prefer to see the bright lights or you prefer to see me downloading Chrome. So after we download Chrome, we can do some other stuff. Welcome to Microsoft Edge. No, I don't want to complete the setup. I just want to sync browsers. No, don't sync them. Personalized advertising. No. I just want Chrome, Edge. I just want Chrome. All right. Oh, Microsoft recommends I keep using this browser. Well, that's good to know. Oh, yeah. Oh, nope, disconnect that. Not doing that one. Download Chrome, browser built by Google. Alright. Oh, you know what else we wanted to check here in Task Manager? Not Task Manager. I know you can find it there, but... Windows. Is it Windows? I think you do it under Control Panel, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're running 64-bit, which is good, that's fine. 11th gen, it's the i9 11900K, 3.5 gigahertz, cool. 32 gig RAM, Win 10 Pro. I got 64-bit. Alright, so we're just making sure that part's good. Tell you what, before we do this, let's see what's on this card. Let's see what's on the thumb drive. What do you say? Win 10. Select choose what happened with removable devices. No, I just want to look at what's on it. All right, so it looks like this is just a boot disk, just a boot drive. All right. So probably don't want to do that one yet. But for this PC, we've got new volume D, E, and then that drive. Okay, C, D, and E. So C's got this, properties, 2 terabyte, that's what we expected. This should be ADAT drive, ADAT drive. Okay, good deal. Now D. D, we want to see the properties on this one as well. Hardware is the ADATA, and then E. Let's see the properties there. Now this one, particular one. Oh, because ADAT, flash. Okay. This folder is empty. No. All right, quick question out there. How do I make sure that my boot drive is one of my ADATA drives? It should be. And then out of D and E, which one is my other M2 drive? I thought just clicking on it and going to properties would do it. It's Windows drive, I mean, but they're all 2 terabytes? And so... But if I click here, it actually shows all the drives. Just don't know if those are in order. Without going into the BIOS, how do I find that? Let's see. Right, 2 terabyte file system NTFS. TFS hardware. Well, I hope they're in order. I do not know how to find that out. I don't know, Vass, if you're still out there, let me know. I do have a question for you. All right. Yeah, I am not positive how to make sure which drive is which without going into the BIOS. If I do a little task manager, even though I don't think that's going to help me. Oh, okay. Disk 0, disk 1. Oh! Huh, perfect. Here we go. So, disk 1 is on E. Disk 2 is my C drive. My C drive has my boot. And then disk 0 is the D drive. That's the HDD. So I do want to make sure that I put my games on the E drive, which is the SSD drive. Because that one's SSD. For some reason, they put the hard drive as D. All right. Well, that's good. All right. So volume E, we are going to rename. Zoom, zoom. Yeah, continue. What? How am I not administrator? What? Oh, alright. There we go, there we go. Alright, so now it's there. Zoom, zoom drive. Again, Control Delete. Task Manager is telling me that the performance for disk E is the SSD drive, so disk C, C drive, E drive are both SSD, with D being my HDD drive, which I don't want to put stuff on there. All right. So, cancel. Now let's go. All right, so we're gonna work on partitioning on there. Might say task manager or disk manager. Yeah, so that's where I finally went there and looked. Partition recovery windows. All right, we let's see. All right, create a recovery drive. I believe that's what I want to do right now. Yes. Here your PC can start user recovery drive to test troubleshoot problems. Let me remove this out of the way here. I'll also be able to use it to reinstall Windows. Next. Let's see what's going to happen. It's probably going to tell me I need an external thing. If that's the case. I don't know if we're going to do it yet. Drive must be able to hold at least 8 gig, and everything on the drive will be deleted. Connect the USB flash. Do I have one in the drawer? I did at one point in time. Question is, where did I put it? I had an extra USB drive in here. Oh, well. Ah, we won't do it now. Let's go ahead and get Chrome. Make it better. Nope. Accept and install. Yeah, same as USB stick. Exactly. I was thinking maybe it would keep some of the drivers and some of that stuff, but you know, or a separate you know, partition there. Oh, maybe I already know that. Open file. Yeah. Let it make changes to my device. By the way, folks, those that are watching, VAS underscore over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/VAS underscore. You can also find him on Facebook Gaming. He will post content to gaming, but he's it's not his primary thing, but that's VAS.overwatch over there. And you can find him on YouTube and, of course, obviously, a lot of the different socials. But the primary is VAS underscore on Twitch. Make Chrome your own. Get started. Create a Chrome user sign in. No. I just want to use Chrome. Yeah. Yahoo's there. Perfect. Oh, alright. That's stuff. All right. Now. Oh, let's do it. Battle.net. So we're just going to go Blizzard's main webpage here. My account, we will do the login. However, you're not allowed to see that. Back to the bright lights you go. I'm going to have to go to the BIOS and actually put it so it starts the numlock right away. It's so annoying. Never save passwords. All right. Request approved. Perfect. Whoop, whoop. All right, we got a couple seconds left here for the Battle.net setup. Inglés. Yes. All right. Install location. Now, no, we want to actually change that. We install on Zoom. All right, hopefully that's going the right spot. Again, we are trying to go over to Zoom for gaming. Perfect. Yeah, because the task manager is telling us under performance that what used to be E, or still E, I guess, is our SSD drive. So one thing that I'm doing, I am putting my games my games all on one drive. It's 2 terabyte drive. I want to put all my games there. I want it separate from my boot drive. In case something happens on my games drive, that can go away. It doesn't mess up my boot drive. And there's other things I'll put on my boot drive, but not games, because it's a ton of games. Oh, yeah. All right, now I got to approve that one. I like it, though. The authenticator is working as it should. Welcome to Bennett. All right, customize. Continue. Get all the games next. Quick access next. Next. Yeah, been here before. Next. Learn more. What's new? All right, fine. What's new? That's fine. Remove from favorites. Remove from favorites. We are keeping Warzone, keeping Hearthstone, keep that. And we'll keep that one too. Install. Ooh. Let's see. No, don't. Wait. Don't do that. All right, so now I got to go to the settings. Here, y'all can see this. All right, so now we got to go into the settings, and we're gonna update where it wants to go, right? Because I want my downloads to go to the same place. It's not on that drive. It's on this drive. And, well, we'll put them here, right? So we'll just, in general, we just want it to go there. Scan automatically create icons. No. Don't create a desktop icon. I'm going to open up your app to use it. Pause updates when I launch a game. Yes. Notify me when games automatically begin updating. Yes. Limit downloads. Pre-release 100. Yeah, it's fine. Auto update. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Voice chat notifications. Beta. Yeah, done. Now we click install for a watch. There we go. Now it's going to go to the Zoom drive. Zoom. Enable auto update. Create desktop chart. No, do not create desktop chart. Oh, it's only 21 gigs. 21 GIGs. All right. So, hey, well, that's installing. We're going to, real quick. Look, look at this light. It's so bright. Why? So for those that are wondering just the details on what we got here. All right. Yeah, all right. We're on that camera. Bam. Here we go. So I got Quick Start Guard white, whatever that is. Scorpion K2 RGB mechanical keyboard. Right, we knew that. We saw that one earlier. By the way, I'm actually liking the lights on that one. The lights on that keyboard. So on the 910, the lights are just glow through the keys themselves. But on the Scorpion, it's got an underglow, if you want to call it that. So it's under the key. It actually shines. It is trying really hard to make its way to the big desk. By the way, so shiny right here because we're using the fan light from the top. All right, gaming mouse pad 14x12. That's what we said earlier. That came in free. Windows 10 recovery. That was $9. But again, I think that's an important thing to have. So that way, ultimately, I can kind of boot everything back up. And my phone's like, I'm dying. All right, we'll plug in a moment. System box and foam. It's a line item, but 2 terabyte. So, just so you know, there was a base price for the system, and then when I modified stuff, it was plus or minus on the modifications. So the 2x2 terabyte ADATA drives was $268 more for those two. But the read-write speed was, I think, second or third best, but the price point was really good. And ADATA is okay. It's an okay thing. It's a known brand. It's not, it's not there, but it's a known brand, reliable brand, and the up down was good. It didn't have the deets on here. Then there's Seagate. That's 2 terabyte. That's the HD. The HDD drive, hard drive. That's a mechanical drive. It's a SATA 2. With that particular one, 2 gig, but that's $46. And I'm like, look. I'll spend the $50. I don't want to do it myself, and ultimately I would, right? Because I think it's important to still have a mechanical drive. Not necessarily mechanical. If there was a $50 option for an SSD drive, I would have done that, but there wasn't. So 2 terabyte mechanical drive. That's cool. Now the G.Skill 16 gigabytes Type 2. So it's the Trident Z RGB. Again, G.Skill. It's just fancy memory. You don't need it unless you want it to, make pretty colors in the background and look awesome. So yeah, it's on you if you want to look cool or not. But with that said, to get the 32 gigs of RAM in there, it actually cost me an extra $270. $270 more for those two. No, it's 16 per stick, so 32 all day. So Vast in chat's like 16 all day. No, they're 16 gig sticks. So I've got 32 gigs of RAM in there. But for $272 or $70, I can go out and buy 2 sticks, 216 for less than that. So I am going to upgrade it to 64 on my own within the next couple weeks, likely. But it's going to cost me less than $200. If I wanted to, the system came with 32 gigs of RAM, but it was, I think the RAM was like 3,000 RAM, because it's 3200. I think it was 3,000 RAM. Non-RGB, kind of the default whatevs. But again, what they're charging for the upgrade is more than you could just buy the RAM itself. I did not want to have to replace all the sticks of RAM, so I went ahead. I don't know, it would have been a little bit cheaper. I just didn't want to do it. I want to be able to, out of the box, be able to use it. Which I can. 32 gigs of RAM, I can play plenty. But I'm going to put the other ones in. I'm just waiting until I got the system for that. Let's see. The water cooler itself. Look, it's a 360 millimeter water ARGB water cooler, and it only cost me an extra $30. The default water cooler was, I think, a 240 water cooler. No RGB on it, which would be fine. If you have a closed case, by the way, if you have a solid, side case, don't get the RGB. It's not worth it. You're never gonna see it. But I bought a case, glass, which we can actually peel this side off now. Peel. Show me your true colors. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's where, oh my god. It's so awesome. It's so clean in there. I'm telling you right now. I don't know what the wire management would look like if I didn't pay a little bit extra for it, but I think it's worth it. So yeah, so again, the memory costs less if you just went out, bought it on your own, installed it, and then you could sell the memory that came with the system. I wanted what I wanted. Let's see. So the liquid, again, the water cooler, that was $30 additional because of the upgrade there. Colomaster ring, serial number, doesn't matter. The case itself is actually minus $13 from the default case, for whatever reason, but I'm cool with that. Adjustable digital RGB, yeah. Oh, we didn't do that yet. Oh, snap. We have yet to take the battery out of... Oh, let's try it. Oh, it's already connected. Can you all see? Can you all see? Can you all see? Don't hit the mic. Oh, hit the mic. Definitely hit the mic. All right. Look at this. It's I did not realize that they already had it all connected. Maybe not. No, not the front ones, I guess. Let's see. But we go green. How do you not have the Cooler Master connected on there? All right, so I got to figure that part out. But everything else, well, except for the graphics card, the RAM, and the front 3 lights, it's connected together. So the in-case stuff is connected. Oh, that's the white. Oh, that looks. I mean, that's just auto. But if you just do colors, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. But I mean, the white just makes it look super clean. I gotta mess around with that a little bit more, but I am not upset. All right. So we still have now we've got 15 gigs left, but we're definitely playing some tonight. All right, now we're not going to stream it only because again I don't have don't stream set up on this side. So the Z590A, so that's the motherboard. So the motherboard I got, that was another $145 add-on. And again, I got it. It would have been I don't know, maybe $56 less, something like that, maybe $89 less, to not get the silver plating on it with the RGB. I want it, so I got it. That's what the Coach Lou does. Now the Gigabyte, again, so 1,000 watt power supply. That was another $87. It's a modular supply. It's going to handle all my power needs in the future. And for what it's worth, it's going to handle more than that. Now, I won't use it for more than that, but yeah, it's way more power than I'll ever need. But it's there. Yeah, I want it. So, got it. Let's see what else we got here. Accent cable, doesn't matter. So I did get the shipping warranty service plan. So there's a parts warranty plan that they give you by default, right? So CyberArk PC says, hey, if the parts are bad, whatever, we'll pay for them, but if you pay for shipping. And I think it's a 3-year plan. It was like $19 or something like that. I'm like, I think it's 3 years. It might only be 1 year, but I think it's 3. But I don't want to pay for shipping. So because there's some things, if it goes wrong, I don't want to pay to ship it to you and back. So for $19, I went ahead and did it. Win 10 Pro was $31. The Ultra Enhanced Packing Solution. So remember, I'm sorry, Windows, yeah, 31. So that packing that was in there, now that was an extra $19. I will tell you right now, in CyberPower PC, if you're watching, because you were tagged in the Instagram post, just add that in the price. You are, generally speaking, the low price, high volume leader in that realm. Just charge, put the $20 in the price of the computer and just pack it well. Call it out. Be like, we pack this great, and we force you to pay for it. It's there's graphics cards have gotten so heavy. To not put that in there is a disservice to your customer, and it's only going to cause you problems down the road. And if every customer gets it, you could probably charge $17, $16, $15 for it, because I imagine there's some that aren't. So I always recommend getting it, but again, it's a worth the purchase, but it bites that they don't do it anyways. Because I feel like, why are you charging me for this? I want you to ship it here, get it here safely, but I got to pay for that. But that's fine, whatever. Professional cable wiring, $39. By the way, Nexus, that's N3XU5 _ on Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. That's his handle. Yeah, he pointed out the fact, professional cable wiring, and they use black ties on a white cable. So probably when I put the RAM in, I'll probably switch that out. Thankfully, it is where the cables are together in a very fixed area. So it's not like I have to worry about like split out this over here and over there. Onboard sounds, whatever. No rush money. I got 5% off. So, got, 5% off the whole thing. That was great. It is the i9 11900K. Now with that particular thing, I ordered the 10 series. So I won the i9 10900, and they actually got a hold of me. They said, "Hey, the Coach Lou, we don't have any more of those, and we don't know when it's going to come in." And so with that, it was, do I get the 11 or do I just go with the 10? They're like, "We'll upgrade you." And the reason I do the quotes with the upgrade, yes, there's a number of times that the different the different generations of it, I'm not sure the right term, makes a difference. But for my purpose, the 10900 was actually rated better than the 11900 for what I do. However, with that said, not that big of a difference. Definitely an acceptable change. I just don't know if I would. It's called an upgrade because you technically would pay more for it. It's a little bit of a downgrade for the performance for what I'm going to do. But it was fine. It wasn't a huge deal. Just, they said, "You want us to wait?" I said, "No." I want my computer. The thermal compound, now it was $10. Now what's nice, when I bought my original computer, it was, I did the thermal compound, it was like $10. But they sent me like a used tube with what was left, which is fine, right? Great, use the tube. You want to show me that? I showed you earlier. They sent me the compound, which is good because if the computer starts to overheat, the computer starts to run hot, and the CPU runs hot, right? If I take the cooler off, so cooler is kind of like attachable on top of the CPU. If you take that off and you find that the paste wasn't distributed correctly, you can actually clean that off, and then now I have a tube of it I can reapply if necessary. So that part's awesome. I'm glad, because look, you could do more than one computer with a tube. So sending me the tube that you probably bought for $3 and you charged me 10, great. You made $7. I got a tube. Yeah, other than that, yeah, the 3080 came with it anyways. And again, it could have been any 3080, could have been Founders, could have been whatever. But it's it's the EVGA, which is, I've got the EVGA GeForce RTX 2070 in the PC that you're watching me on right now. That's going to go to Mrs. Hand. So the fact that 3080 is EVGA, I've had a lot of luck, a lot of good time with that. It's got the RGB, which is great. Again, white case, lots of colors, fun. Yeah. And yeah, so all day. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you really want to know what the total was. I could share it. I'm not against that. But yeah, if you want me to say total, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I won't. I understand. There's a difference between need and want. Depending on whatever your budget is, whatever your desires are, you might buy a need or you might buy a want. Now, I needed to upgrade parts of my system anyways. That I needed to do because I was finding that I was having some processing concerns, some graphical concerns, just because of how much I was using both of those items. Computer 6 years old, makes sense. I needed to do some upgrades. I didn't need a clear glass case. And if I didn't have the glass case, I would have saved $90 on my RAM, even if I still went with the Trident, if I didn't go with the RGB. Been $9 less itself. All the RGB in there is not a need, it was a want, so I got it. For me, on this particular build, my budget could do it. Great. But yeah, with that said, look, we are still we're still downloading over there. So with that said, I don't know. I think we're gonna call it a night on this particular stream. I've got 9 gigs left. Now, we're downloading over here. We're downloading at 11 gigs. Not 11 gigs. Oh my god, it'd be 11 gigs a second. Done. 11 megs, or 11 MBs a second. So we got 9 gig left out of, I think it started 20 something. So we're a little over half. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the computer works. Again, we turned it on, and my monitors were actually set to HDMI, which when I'm doing my day job, I use HDMI. But whenever I'm doing my own stuff, I run on DisplayPort because it's better. And everything runs better that way. It runs fast that way. So we run DisplayPort on that side. So that's on me. We didn't see it yet. We saw the cursor, and Vass was like, "Did I see a cursor?" And I was like, "Yes." And I think he was going to say, "Hey man, why don't you check your monitor imports? Maybe it's not doing something." But that's on me. But yeah, so it ran out of the box. It came in clean, and by clean meaning that there was nothing broken, nothing that was in the wrong slots like the RAM was when I first got it. My old computer also didn't have the RAM adjustment and the BIOS done, which I didn't find out till years later. So I was running slower than I should have anyways. Yeah, so we did a little knife time. We got all types of lights, and by the way, yeah, we got a lot of the computer's like falling asleep over here. As we go into August, and I've got a lot of updates I got to do on this to set it up so I can stream. Got Streamlabs, got to do the other stuff. But as we move towards August, what we're going to find is football season's back. The Coach League is going to be way more active, and we're going to have some regular scheduled stream times. That's why it's such a big unboxing. It's not just because we've got a new PC, which is amazing and awesome, and that's a lot of it. We're going to start doing more social media for certain things, different content, different channels, as well as some regularly scheduled streams. And we got some a bunch of new games coming up. So we got American Truck Simulator, which we got. We've also got a steering wheel order that comes in next week. That's gonna be fun. We may do an unboxing and play that at the same time. And then we've got some other games. We're gonna do the Microsoft Pass, whatever that thing is called. But there's some games on there. Probably not gonna do Goat Simulator, but we might. So you never know. But with that said, hey, regularly scheduled streams. Oh my God! Exactly. By the way, speaking of regularly scheduled streams, on Twitch, VAS_ on Twitch, he streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 to 11. However, on Fridays, he generally will start at 9:30, but stream later. And then every now and then, go before that. And then Nexus, that's N3, because, you know, kids. N3XU5_ he also streams on Twitch. I play Overwatch with both those guys. Nexus is on the other side of the world. Vass is north of me, which most people are. So I'm in south. But yeah, those great guys. Check them out as well. Like, subscribe, do those things. Smash that bell button. Yeah. Look, if you're playing Overwatch later on in 7 more gigs, I'm playing. So I'll see you there. And with that said, thank you so much for coming by. I think we're having fun. And have a great night. Oh yeah. Be kind to each other. Deuces.